Picture a star on the verge of going supernova. It's fit to burst with its own brilliance, but something's holding it back. It dims itself, afraid of what might happen if it shines too brightly. Does that sound familiar? That's the Jonah Complex in action. It's the fear of stepping into your full power and potential. It's the quiet resistance that keeps you playing small, playing safe, and holding back when deep down you know you were made for bigger things. But why do we do it? And more importantly, how do we break free from it? If we're meeting for the first time, I'm Churchill, and I'm on a mission to help women grow from self-doubt to self-confidence so they can take their career to the next level. I used to be my own worst enemy, holding myself back from my own career. So over time, I learnt tips, tricks and strategies to make sure I got to where I wanted to be. And it's these tips and tricks and strategies that I share with you. Now let's dive in. So why do we fear our own greatness? Well, the Jonah Complex is sneaky. It disguises itself as humility, a little healthy self-doubt, and sometimes even a sense of duty to other people. Here's a few reasons that it takes hold. Number 1 is fear of alienation. You might worry that any success you have is going to distance yourself from friends, family or colleagues. It might show up as, who am I to succeed when everybody else is struggling? But it could also show up as, what are my friends going to think if I get all this success? Are they going to think I'm too big for my boots? Are they not going to want to be friends with me anymore? Number 2 is that most of us, especially the women, are conditioned from a young age to play small. We're taught not to brag, not to crow about our achievements, to blend in, not to stand out. Number 3, it might show up as a fear of responsibility, because with success comes the need to step into your own power, the need to make big decisions. And it will also mean that you are seen, and all of those things can be really overwhelming. And number 4 is, it could be imposter syndrome in disguise. Imposter syndrome, we know, is the fear of failure. The Jonah Complex is the fear of success. So on paper, they are opposite to each other. But actually, they're so intrinsically linked that the fear of success could actually be the fear of failure in disguise. That might show up as, what if I succeed this time, but I can never do it again? People are going to think I was a one-trick pony. They might think I'm a fraud or that I faked it. So it becomes easy to convince ourselves to play small because our mind is convincing us that that's the reality, when in actual fact it's fear. So remember this, your brilliance does not take away from anybody else's. The universe is infinite. There's enough shine to go around. Just because you shine doesn't mean somebody else can't. In fact, almost the opposite. When you shine, you give permission to other people to do the same. But if you don't do that, unfortunately, playing small comes at a cost. Staying dimmed doesn't just protect you from potential discomfort. It also denies you your fulfillment. Here's what playing small can cost you. Number 1, missed opportunities. The big job, the big idea, the entrepreneurial dream that you've got, they all just stay just out of reach. Number 2 leads to frustration and resentment. One half of you knows you are made for bigger things and those dreams are possible. The other half of you is suppressing all of those dreams, so it becomes an internal argument. It's inner turmoil. And number 3 is that you lose your impact on the world. Your unique gifts can uplift, inspire and validate those people around you. But if you don't show them, you're denying them those gifts. Imagine if the North Star decided it was too bright and it dimmed itself into the background. There'd be ships crashing all over the place. Why? Because traditionally ships have used the North Star for guidance. And whether you know it or not, you are somebody's North Star. Somebody needs direction from you. You need to be seen. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to step into your brilliance? Remember that breaking free from the Jonah Complex isn't about ego or arrogance. It's about fully understanding your purpose and living in alignment with it. Here's how you get started. Number 1, catch yourself shrinking. Notice when you deflect compliments, downplay your achievements, or hesitate to share your ideas. Becoming aware of those thoughts and actions is the first step. Number 2, reframe those fears. So if you hear your inner voice saying, "What if I fail?" ask yourself, "What if I succeed?" If you hear, "Will they judge me?" reframe it, "Will I inspire them?" And asking yourself these counter questions can help you refine those actions that you want to take, all for the good. Number 3 is expand your comfort zone. Start small. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting. Maybe it's saying yes to something that excites you and probably terrifies you in equal measures. Every step you make today makes tomorrow's step easier. So just go for it, even if they're baby steps. Number 4, surround yourself with expanders. Who are expanders? Expanders are people who love growth, love ambition. Expanders don't tolerate people playing small. So seek out mentors, colleagues, communities, those people who will encourage you and really praise you for doing those things, for shining. And number 5, remember always to use your light for good. Remember, shining is not about overshadowing, it's about illuminating. When you step into your power, you give other people inspiration and permission to do the same thing. So we light all of us as we go. In summary, the universe did not create you to be a dim star. You're meant to shine in your own unique way, and playing small serves no one. It doesn't serve you, and it doesn't serve the people around you. If you're ready to throw off the fear of success and the fear of failure, you might be interested in my upcoming workshop this week. It's from self-doubt to self-confidence, 5 ways to reclaim your power and overcome imposter syndrome for good. If you would like the details, there's a link to that right where you're watching this video. As ever, I appreciate your feedback. It helps me to bring the stuff you're looking for, and it helps other people to find my stuff as well, so always appreciated. Any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Thumbs up is always appreciated, and of course, for more like this, please subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, remember you're amazing. Go and check out the workshop, and you have an amazing week.